All right. For you freight brokers, you might be new. Maybe you've had issues with working with drivers in the past. That is going to be our topic for the day. My name is Mike, by the way, and I am your host for the FBTV Podcast. I want to remind you, on Saturdays, we do the live stream of the FBTV video podcast on YouTube. That starts at 9 a.m. Central Time, Saturday mornings. It's a Q&A. It's Q&A day. Saturdays are Q&A day for the FBTV Podcast. If you have any questions, submit them. You can do so below on the video. On the videos here on YouTube. You can post them below. Email me at fbtv@freightbrokertv.com. Plenty of forms on the website, freightbrokertv.com. You can even Skype your questions. Skype them to FBTV. But anyway, today is working with drivers. That's what we're going to be talking about. A lot of times, I know brokers get pretty aggravated with drivers. Matter of fact, we did a video, I think it was a YouTube video here a few weeks ago. And it was not in response, but because of another YouTube video. Originally, I thought the video was going to be something else, but it turned out to be a pretty good thing. What it was, a driver was supposed to deliver a load on this date. Then he got there and they said, no, you're not scheduled to deliver for a couple more days down the road or something. And he called the broker. Now, usually in a situation like that, the broker knows, but the thing that kind of buffaloed me was it was like a 300-mile trip. A broker, he may fudge a little bit here and there about times or delivery dates, but not 3 days, not on a 300-mile load. I mean, that's just asking for problems. But anyway, the thing was that broker, the driver kept his cool. I'll give him 100%, 110%. He kept his cool. Unlike Will Smith. Anyway, you think that's going to become a thing? Hey, he pulled a Will Smith, man. Hey, don't pull a Will Smith. But anyway, driver kept his cool, and the freight broker actually kept his cool as well, which I thought was really pretty cool. Because the freight broker, he was being threatened somewhat by the driver, and I was thinking anytime he's going to go off. But he didn't. Did everything he could just right. I mean, he kept his calm, kept his cool. That's what a broker has to do. First of all, as a broker, if you've never been a driver and you're starting in the industry as a broker agent, whatever, you've really got to put yourself in the driver's shoes. You have to understand these drivers are in that truck for days, weeks, months at a time. Some drivers live in that truck that's home. Some drivers, they don't get home to see their kids for a couple of weeks at a time. Some drivers, they're out on that road and things start going wrong at home, be it a relationship issue or the water line broke or whatever it might be, and that's on the driver's mind, and they're short. Oh, I tell you, I've had dispatchers that I've been short with in the past, and only because I was super tired or, instances like I just spoke of. And usually I'd call the dispatcher back the next day with my tail in between my legs saying, hey, man, sorry. And these dispatchers, 99.9% of the time, yeah, there's one that stands out. I'll tell you that story. 99.9% of the time, they're cool about it. Pretty cool about it. I was thinking I was going to tell you this story. Why not? I was driving for this company, and I got home. I got home 3-4 o'clock in the morning. Phone rings like at 7:45. Hello. And it was the driver manager or whatever at the company I was working for. Hey, you're in town, right? Yep, I'm in town. I just got in about 4 o'clock in the morning, whatever. where there's a driver meeting. You're required to be at it. I said, man, I just got here at 4 o'clock in the morning. I'm not really here yet, He goes, well, if you're in town, you're supposed to be here. It's required. And I had about enough of this guy because he had pulled some stuff on me in the past, and that was really kind of crazy. Anyway, we'll get into that another day. But I said, look, I think it's best we just part ways. And, because this is just not working out. He goes, well, why? I go, because you're an idiot. You're fired. How can you fire me? I just quit. This is what I'm talking about. I go, I just got in at 4 o'clock in the morning, and you expect me to be at a driver meeting. Let's just call it a day. You got to think about the driver's side of it. The driver, now let me give you another story. I may have shared this with you in the past. I had a load, I brokered a load to a trucking company, a guy that just got his own authority. Load of soda pop. He was taking it somewhere, I don't know, Iowa, is the middle of the summer. And he got up there, opened his trailer doors, and all that soda pop just fell over. Canned soda pop. He called me and said, hey, there's soda pop that's dripping off the wall. This guy was in tears just about. He said, man, I just got my authority. This is like my first load. And I've got a mess. He goes, man, it's soda pop dripping off the walls. It's off the ceiling. It's just everywhere. He goes, man, I'm going to find me a dumper. I'm just going to file an insurance claim and call it a day, start over. Well, I didn't want him to do that for a couple of reasons. One, it would hurt him, probably cause his insurance rates to go up immediately. Another thing, he would not be able to work with the brokerage I was with, and I was with one of the leading brokers at the time. And I had to talk him out of it. I don't want to say hold his hand, but, get him to understand what was going on. I had to talk to him. Sometimes you got to think about this, talk to them. Don't get upset. Talk to them. Discuss it. I explained to him, hey, look, have you ever shook up a can of soda pop? And I go, it might be just, a couple, 2 or 3 cases back there busted. You don't want to file a claim on that load. Because, if you just got your authority, that's probably going to increase your insurance rates. Plus, you can't just trash it. You're going to have to call your insurance company and begin the claims process, because if they're paying for it, they own it. It'll be up to them what they do with it, not you. And if you trash it, well, your insurance company's not going to pay. You trashed it. They can't buy it. And it was a hot summer day. And I asked him, I said, okay, how far in front of the dock do you have to pull your truck away from the dock? He goes, oh, man, I got a football field out there. I said, okay, pull it out. Pull it straight out from the dock where everybody on the loading dock can watch you back in that trailer restacking that soda pop. And long story short, he did. There only was about, 6-pack that had busted. Everything else was fine. The people watched him all day restacking all that soda pop, even though it was sticky. Dripping sticky from soda pop. They accepted the load anyway because they felt for the guy. And they accepted the load. That's what I'm talking about. You're going to have to, sometimes you're going to have to be the voice of reason. You're going to have to hold their hand. You're going to have to talk. You're going to have an ear. You're going to have to listen to what is going on with the driver. Don't just react, pay attention. I mean, you're going to have to react, but if they're being a jerk, you being a jerk back is not going to help anything. You've got to find the underlying problem. Help them through it. Help them start thinking about it. About the repercussions of their actions. Just pay attention. It comes to listening. That's something we talk about at Tautoa when we're doing training with our clients. Listen. Don't just hear, but listening. Listening's a skill. People look at me kind of funny when I say that. But what I mean by that, a lot of times just, you're busy doing something, somebody's talking in your ear, and all you hear is wah, 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 wah. With the driver, you've got to listen to what they're saying. Same thing with the customer. Listen to what they're saying. Don't just hear, but listen. All right. Now, if you're not sure about Tautoa, if you're thinking about becoming a transportation professional as a freight broker agent, we always recommend starting out as a freight broker agent. Got videos all over the place talking about why. But you can check us out, Tautoa, TALTOA.com. We have packages available for freight brokers, for freight broker agents, even for trucking companies that are wanting to learn how to find and obtain their own loads. We have that available for you. If you're starting out as a freight broker agent, we even have a guaranteed placement. Once you complete the training, you can be placed into our mentorship program. That's where you're going to be placed through us under a licensed broker. It's a paid position. We pay 60% commission just like brokers do. And you will be a freight broker agent. It's just in the mentorship program. You're working directly through us so we can oversee everything you're doing. Making sure you're crossing the T's, dotting the I's. Actually, it's consulting with the added advantage of being contracted through us under a licensed broker, so you can begin your broker operation, start getting the experience building a customer base. And the customer base you build, those are your customers. Okay. So check us out, Tautoa, TALTOA.com.